Okay, folks, so it is week 3 of the Sampler Spree Slow Along. And this video is for block 8, which is called Broken Sash. And so this one is nothing but stitch and flip corners. If you're not familiar with stitch and flip corners, you can go ahead and go to the cherry basket video, which I've linked below, where I really slow down and break down making stitch and flip corners. But you will get to watch me make them here. So if you're somebody who just needs to kind of see it and you could do it, this is probably going to be sufficient. If you really want a breakdown of step by step and hearing the verbal instructions, I would go ahead and check out that cherry basket video. So I like to typically lay out my block, but this one is nothing but stitch and flip corners and they're all identical. And so for chain piecing purposes, it's kind of easy to just stack and go. But one thing I do want to test, because I like to stitch as much as I possibly can without heading to the pressing station. Okay, perfect. So I wanted to see if I could stitch 2 at a time before heading to the pressing station, which I can. I cannot do 3. I know I could already tell that I can't do 3, which is a bummer because then I could do them all and then open them up, but I can't. So I'm going to chain piece one corner on, then clip them, chain piece the other corner on, stitch, flip and press, and then come back to do the third. All right. Let's go ahead and let's go. And you don't even necessarily have to clip them apart, but I like clipping it apart just because it gives me a little bit more control over the blocks. So now I've clipped them apart, and now I'm going to chain piece the opposite corner. And it has to be the opposite corner in order to be able to do them both at the same time without pressing. If they were adjacent, you'd have to press. Okay, and so now I can clip these apart, and I'm going to trim off the excess and then press them, and then we'll be ready to add the last stitch and flip corner. Okay, so we are back from the pressing station, and it is now time to add our final stitch and flip corner. And so we're going to go ahead, add this last one, and we're going to do it consistently throughout this whole patch. This is what's going to make it able for us to place them properly in the block.
And just like we did the other ones for stitch and flipping.
Okay, so we have stitched on our final corner. Now what we're going to do is we're going to stitch, flip, and press, and then it'll be time to place them in our proper block placement. So I will see you after my visit to the the ironing station. Okay, folks, so we're back from the pressing station, and now it is time to lay out our segments into our block placement. And so following the diagram in the book on page 19, here goes our placement. And look how cute that is. I love this block. So now we are going to sew this quadrant to this quadrant and this quadrant to this quadrant. We'll press them, and then we will sew this row to this row. And now that is complete, we can go ahead and press these open, and then it'll be time to construct our block. All right, so we are back from the pressing station. We are laying our halves of the block out, and now it's time to just sew this row to this row. And I haven't been pinning along the way, but I will be pinning now because I really want to make sure that the alignment is correct, and I want to make sure this center seam is lined up on both sides. So now we start the pinning. So now I've sewn this, one last trip to the pressing station, and then I'm gonna show off my block. So, all right, we're back from the pressing station, and check it out. This is block number 8 called Broken Sash from Susan Aki's Sampler Spree book, and it's super cute. I just think this one is darling. It goes together very quickly. It's pretty simple piecing methods, and I just absolutely adore it. I want you to go ahead and I want to see yours. So please, please, please go over to the Facebook group and post your versions in there. And you can also just post on any place that you like on social media and use the hashtag #SamplerSpreeSlowAlong. I cannot wait to see what you guys get up to. Okay, folks, I will see you next week.